I nearly posted a link to the Roll20 in chat.
Everyone can play.
Everyone joins.
No.
That would be a fucking nightmare.
I want to run like
Army of Strahd.
an HP times 10 out of the Abyss campaign, but we play with everyone who watches the stream.
God.
Oh.
A HP times 10? What the hell is that?
Yeah, no, every single enemy has 10 times the HP, and every single person who's in the Discord gets to make a character.
Oh,
And we just drop like flies.
Is that a fucking threat? Jesus.
I probably not play if we do that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't play. I would just want to sit back and watch.
I probably wouldn't even watch. That's just too many voices to deal with.
We'd have to roll in squads.
Yeah, we have 5 DMs. Each DM has 5 people under them.
We do it like
Whoever's party's the best in the end wins.
Oh, we speed run the out of the abyss, and then whoever wins.
First
gets,
one
like,
out of the abyss wins.
First one out of the Abyss.
Oh my god.
Should I just go and channel and teleport out them?
Emerald, Out of the Abyss is a campaign book.
Oh, Emerald, get schooled.
She asked! What do you want? Don't at me for being helpful.
I'll at you
I'm
for
not
whatever the
getting
fuck
mad
I
at you.
want.
Oh.
Boy.
Bruh.
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 Send it. Get in here, lads.
Make sure hentai hate never
Wow, I got a message on Discord.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
me,
wait.
bro. I love you.
I love you too. Oh. Oh, come on. Come here, daddy.
No, wait, hang on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a campaign about like being captured by drow elves and having to escape the Underdark.
Which drow elves are the sexiest elves?
This is true.
They do
Yeah.
come from the land down under, so they are 100% Australian.
That's what I'm saying.
Drow elf hippies.
Grow up in hell yeah.
We'll go ahead and get started then.
One
Alright.
is to rest.
Everyone listen to this new
Okay.
bassy mic. It's gonna be a cool new intro.
Yeah, the bassy mic. All right.
Oh,
So,
don't do that! Don't do that!
Why not?
ASMR D&D, let's go.
Curse of Strahd.
Oh no, we don't need Spellbound ASMR.
Why not?
Oh, fuck.
Last time on Curse of Strahd, you guys
Last
had
time.
gone to the Vistani camp on the site of Columbia Pool. You guys spoke with Madame Ava, who was a Vistani, who gave you a card reading. The following night, you all finally got your second long rest in. Alesia, who wandered off from the group, was found by Marcus and Yertle and was brought back to the ambulance with Elliot. There was an incident with a tidal wave when Julie and Miriam got involved in a little bit of a playful fight with 2 of the Vistani girls. And you guys hitched a ride in a carnival wagon with a lookalike to your Sphinthris transmutation teacher, and are now off to the gas station to go refill your ambulance and head on further to the town of Valaki, where Marcus wants to go.
Nice.
Although Marcus
Very
is very
nice.
displeased that we agreed to work with the Vistani.
Yeah, he ain't pleased about
Yeah, but he's
Fuck
just a
Marcus.
salty Sally. He just mad he didn't help out the goddamn
Not so
Strahd.
bad,
Oh, he's still
not
here.
so bad.
He never left, boys.
Oh, it's that
Marcus is actually Strahd.
that son of a bitch.
Oh,
Don't touch him. Leave him.
I'm touching him.
Put him back.
I touch.
He's just peeping. Leave him alone.
Yeah, so just peeping casually.
He's an affront to my existence.
Oh, he's gone.
We're still level 4 boys. We're nothing no upkeep we need to do.
You guys
still
are actually level
20.
6 now.
Oh shit!
No,
Yeah.
you-
Please.
Oh, please, Daddy.
Please. Okay.
No, not like that.
He running.
Jeez.
He's coming.
Come.
He angry.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Ah.
Yeah. So last session, all we had to do was get in
Yeah.
the goddamn cart, CJ, and
Yeah.
Oh my. I forgot that was a meme for a moment.
what?
Oh.
My nickname. If you don't call me Irish, my nickname is CJ.
It is. Oh. Got a lot of
So-
nicknames, man.
I have 4. But so like that just startled me for a second. Hear you say my name, I jumped.
Say my name.
Say my name.
You're
Goddamn
goddamn
right.
right.
I have a nickname that's similar to CJ. That's BJ because of parts of my
Oh,
initials.
blowjobs. Oh yes, Daddy.
Yeah, my name's actually Blowjobs Brown. Not
Billy Boy,
Benjamin
Billy
James
Boy.
Brown.
Hey. Concerned.
You can't handle the truth, slime.
I can't handle anything these days. I'm a puddle of stress.
That's
You
me,
liberal
yeah.
snowflake.
Fucking bureaucrats.
Hang on.
Putting chemicals in the water and make the freaking frogs gay.
Frogs were gay from the start.
Yeah, I was gonna say truth is, frogs are gay from the start.
I like lobsters.
Ring a ding
I
ding,
like
buddy.
Lobsters are psychic.
Is that a lobster? It's a
Is that a lobster? I like lobsters.
Scorpions are cooler than
So you have all
lobsters, surely.
shuffled into this wagon. And on the
all
inside, you can
seated.
see there. It's not exactly designed for mass transportation.
It is now.
Yeah, it is now.
As you all kind of get in, there's only really one bench set up across from all of these bookshelves that are precariously holding several glass vials of different colored liquids.
Have you
Kind of a
held on to
cursory
the seam
glance, you can
straps?
see like syringes and these vials filled with all these different colors of like purples and blues and oranges and silvers. You can see a little work table that is all of these glass little swirls and these big vials on these Bunsen burners, and you see sort of flames and like sort of like little sheets with powder dashed upon them that are just kind of like idly bubbling and burning as the cart moves. The elf Cassie is just sort of sitting in the cart with all of you, sort of leaning against one of the tables full of potions as you all just kind of awkwardly sit around each other. Yurt and Elliot are out the back, kind of sitting on like a little drop bench beneath the door, kind of watching the street as it goes past underneath. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're in this wagon?
Like who's standing in the middle of it, just uncomfortable.
Yeah, you got the short
There's
straw,
very
man.
little space to be.
Do I taste like you?
Taste
Wait.
liquor.
Cease! Cease, foul demon!
like you look down at the Leslie just nibbling on your sleeve.
Oh, I said tase.
Oh, tase.
Oh,
You said
tase.
taste.
Oh!
I heard taste as well.
I heard taste.
It's not better in any means, you know.
But is it worse?
I don't know.
I mean, considering the violent spasms you can get when you tase someone, you end up slapping someone, probably. Let me just cast a 9th level spell real quick.
All right, roll an Arcana check.
Hey, DM, can I try and taste like you?
No!
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand. Like you make a perception check.
Oh fuck, my mouse is disconnected. I need to get a new fucking mouse, I swear. I need to stop swearing as well.
Yeah, wow. Like, trying to have a professional stream out of you.
God fucking damn it, you little
Oh.
piece of shit.
Bro, I'm literally trying. Doing my best.
Okay. Let's see. Let go into perception. Boop. Oh wow.
Yikes.
Oh no.
So, Leku fucking dies.
I miss
Why
him.
is Leku dying? Quickly
I'm getting tased, bro.
You getting tased?
The proxy
Allegedly, you
came
just kinda, like,
through.
Slightly lean over. Go ahead and make a little shocky attack.
Do I get advantage?
Little zip zap.
He don't see you coming.
Oh.
Good, I needed that advantage. Lightning.
Leku, all of a sudden,
Fucking
you can kind of just like feel Lesia kind of like just lean slightly closer to you. And as you look down, it's already too late as there's a taser on your shoulder. And you just get zapped, and the shock of pain just sears out through your arm, and it feels like you got punched.
Yeah!
As you can feel all your muscles kind of lock up on your arm, and you kind of take a step back instinctively. Go and make a dex save.
Go ahead and make a kitten
Oh, nice.
save. Yeah.
Kick.
Like you kind of stumble across the cart right up to this table full of vials and potions, and you kind of just like wave your arms above it as you wobble back and forth. But you manage to catch yourself as you just kind of turn around and face a Lizzie, just holding up this little taser of this defibrillator on her hand.
My eye, like my right eye is just twitching. Fuck. Why though?
Leku, was that shocking for you?
I'll give you shocking in a second. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Pulls out my book, flips through it for a bit.
It's
Julian's
funny
having a big
because he's in
giggle.
pain.
Leku, you casting something?
No, just like try to be threatening and like bluff.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Marcus looks convinced.
I'm already diving out the window. You don't have any reactions, man. Can't stop me.
I don't buy
There is
it.
no window.
There's no windows.
There's no
You're
escape.
locked in here with me.
There actually is a window right behind Julian.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
I got the window. I am the window.
Steal the window.
you can push him out.
Leslie, you see Leku starts flipping through the spell book, kind of holding out his wand, but you're not convinced.
Kitty cat.
Leku, if you try anything, I'll zap you. Again.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He looks between like Elysia and everyone, just like, fine.
I don't even know if Yaddle can see you. Like,
You
He's on the outside
probably
part?
can. It's
No, you're just out
probably
there
like
with
an
Elliot.
open
yeah,
door,
just
no?
chilling.
Probably heard a zip zap, but that was about it.
And like
Elliot's
like-
kind of lying long ways across the little back bit, just with his hands behind his head, looking up at the fog as it kind of just like flows out and around the road above sort of the cloudless sky. Or cloud-filled, not that one.
Wish
Oh,
I could
actually-
help us.
filled sky.
That'd be great.
Hold up. I can cast a spell.
Oh, yeah, you're a wizard, Lecker. Congratulations.
No, I mean, like, I
Yeah,
have a spell that
wow.
would kind of work in my favor, I mean.
Wait, I can
Okay.
cast magic?
As a wizard?
I'm a what?
No way.
You're a wizard, Lecker.
Uh,
Julian's distracted by Miriam's new hair. He's like running his fingers through it.
Brought to you by me.
Yeah. There's a big old grin on his face.
Definitely not your handiwork.
I helped.
You kind of look over at Dante, who's apparently a master stylist.
Yeah, apparently.
Dude.
and also now in crippling pain as he has, like, no morphine in his system.
I mean, he doesn't have a broken leg anymore.
Ah,
Fuck
Yeah, his leg's not
Still-
broken anymore.
still
It's got
a
a
bit
limp.
fucked.
But, it's
you got a
like
limp.
it's like just after you dislocate your knee, it's just like crushed muscles, gonna take a bit of bruising. Yeah, needs a few seconds.
Been a whole.
Would we know if like
Fucking
lesser
big bit.
restorating that MF would help it?
It already got lesser restorated.
It did? Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's not broken still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, lop it off.
You
Get
just
a
have
robotic
25
one.
speed for the rest
You
of
know
the
how
day.
it is. Robot
Yeah.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Anyway.
I'm honestly ready to just whack an arm off and have Alesia build me an arm, honestly.
Your arms are fine, bro.
Yeah, your
Well, I
arms are
mean, they're not
fine.
robotic, so they're not fine, I guess.
They're not fine.
But
They're still flesh.
I aspire to the purity of the
guys,
machine.
Yeah, look, what's up?
should we talk about what we like the prophecy and from the Vistani and whatnot?
Nah, we're fine.
No? Okay.
So nonchalant.
Yeah, we're fine. Fine.
I mean, like,
Oh.
I don't know where any of the things she spoke of are, so...
Well, I mean, if we just read through the lines, I mean, one is at the highest peak of probably this land, I think it was.
Marcus kind of like interjects and says, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, we saw Madame Eva! She was nice.
He kind of squints at you. He says, "Is that one of the Vistani?"
Mm-hmm. She's like really divine. Like the most divine. And I know, because I'm pretty divine myself.
Oh
No.
yeah.
He looks at you so baffled.
Julian, you're using that word wrong. Divine is representative of a god. Not
Divine
of-
also is the shortened thing for divination. It's not
Yeah,
using it
but-
wrong. Suck it up your
Yertle
ass.
just calls from the back of the wagon.
I'm pretty divine, then?
Miriam says, "No, Lucky's right. Divination is not necessarily divining."
What am I? No, then what?
You're Julian.
Well, yeah, but, you know, like, I can do that
You are a-
whole, like...
if you are under the school of divination, you would be a diviner, but
Okay, well, we're diviners. But she's, like, way more diviner than me.
Miriam like goes to correct you, but then it's kind of like just
yeah, just
Close
let
your
me
eyes,
just
doesn't say anything.
palms a little bit.
Look, we were meant to learn about it, like, in school, but now we're stuck here. Like, we'll figure it out when we get back. Or you can teach me later, because that kind of
Miriam
seems
says,
important.
"I don't think Dianigo is going to teach us anything."
You know, yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
You should probably teach the class, honestly. Like, holy moly. Anyway,
I don't.
the fancy lady said that if we want to defeat,
Fancy.
the guy, the man, you know,
The devil.
yeah, the
Bro, he's not
diva.
Voldemort. Just call him Strahd.
Yeah, but he said he has spies everywhere.
Not on me.
I stare
You
at
see,
Cassie.
as you say the name Strahd, you watch as Marcus and Cassie both get kind of a little like visibly uncomfortable.
See, it makes him stress. Anyway, she pulled out cards that looked like us and said that if we wanted to defeat the guy, then we should all find these things. And they were
Find the
kind of
Tome
riddles.
Strahd. Yeah, I believe the items were the Tome of Strahd, the Sword of Sunlight,
They both wince again when you say his name.
Yeah, God, dude.
the Symbol of Ravens, a Lone Vistana, the Wolf's Den, a Rose of Beauty, and the Tomb of Bones.
No, I think that's where one
that's
was.
That's what she listed off at the end, though.
Yeah, there was a bunch of runes we had to find. There was some artifacts and like a person.
There was a Great Stone Dragon at the highest peak, a Servant of Light and a Brother of Darkness. Oh, wait, a Sleeping Prince as well, apparently. One Broken Vistana.
It's Vistani
Yeah.
Vistani.
with an I.
No, when it's
Right.
singular, it's Vistana. Like it was right.
Oh.
Hey.
They mentioned amber doors as well. I'm sure
Oh,
they
yes.
are pretty distinct.
That was Yertle. Oh, no, not Yertle's.
It was Dante's.
That was Dante's. The what we seek, the Tome of Strahd lies behind in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors.
Mm-hmm. And then a stone
Dante.
dragon.
Yeah.
You can see Arena is like looking between each of the people speaking, like with a visible interest in what you're talking about. And Marcus kind of interjects again and says, "What are you talking about?
We're
Things-
talking about slapping this boy in the face. And we need these things to do it.
We're gonna fucking kill this son of a bitch.
The Vistana diviner said that if we wanted to leave this land, we'd have to kill Strahd. And I'm guessing she's fairly good at her job, as she was able to guess correctly our names without ever meeting us, and also, well, other things.
Marcus kind of
But-
stands up and says, "I don't know what that Vistana told you, but your children."
And
And we're stuck in a realm that wants us dead.
He says,
We do what we must to survive.
"You're right. And the things you've been through so far, things no children should have to go through. And I admire you for your resilience and your strength, but that man is a monster. He's not like
Well,
a
they-
zombie or the mayor. He's
We've got our own monster to deal with back at home, so honestly, I'd prefer to just clean this up and get moving.
I am a monster.
That too.
Yeah, you're also like a
very
werewolf.
good, Olivia.
Now, I'm not very, well, skilled in magic currently, though I have been studying for quite some time. I am capable and, well, I need to get out of here so I can do more. And if it requires the death of a monster, I don't find that to be quite a hindrance. And typically with prophecies, at least within books I've read, they tend to fare on the side of the better.
Well, that's not true at all.
No, Marcus is kind of right.
That's fair.
We shouldn't underestimate him. According to that story, he took on a powerful wizard and, like, everyone. That wizard, like, corralled the whole land to fight against him and lost.
Marcus
Well-
nods. He says, "There have been countless uprisings and rebellions, armies that have marched on that castle.
Did they have the artifact?
And might have.
He kind of squints at you and he says, "I don't know what artifacts you're referring to, but
Well, if we're going along what the Vistana mentioned, he is immortal as long as these artifacts are in his control.
Play.
So the uprisings were pointless as he could not be killed. But if we are able to get our hands upon these artifacts before he, kills us, we would stand a far better chance than any army would against him.
Yeah, it seems a lot of the things embolden his power around the land. All these rune stones. I think if we get all these, it'll weaken him enough that, well, we won't need an army.
Julian and Leko, you can tell talking to this guy, like, a lot of the stuff you're saying is kind of going over his head about magic. And he tells you, that man he's a wizard, and a soldier, and a devil. He's killed thousands of people.
That's a lot of things to be at once.
He nods. He says, he's not. I don't know what you're saying about artifacts. I've never heard about that. I don't know what that is, but Escaping this place is not possible. While you're here, I can protect you. And I'll take you to Vallaki where we might be safe, but...
I'm sorry that outcome is not acceptable.
We don't need protection anyways.
Thanks.
He looks at you, Alesia, and he says, there's more protection than just combat.
Well, I don't know. This seems pretty good so far. Kind of just pat the gun.
Elysia motions at her taser.
I motion at Miriam.
I'm not one for strength, but I am getting slightly better at my magic. Lucky shrugs.
What else is there to protect us from, old man?
The future is now.
Future is now, old man. Okay, boomer.
He looks at you, and he says, what you've encountered is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this place. There are things much more foul than the zombies and the wolves and the mayor. Men with guns can be killed, but his things just rise again. He rises again.
Lucky rubs the back of his head. I guessed as much. But, well, there are ways of stopping most of those things. I mean, it just sounds like more magic, and most magic can be dispelled, unless you're, like, talking about something beyond our realms, I suppose, but most magics can be dispelled.
Even
And-
gods can be killed, Marcus.
Well, that hasn't been proven yet in historical fact, I think.
Needless
Yeah.
resurrection, Lecker.
Yeah. And this shouldn't be possible, and Elysia will motion at her arm.
Leku points at it, about to object, and just goes,
I mean, what do you
Sure.
propose, Marcus? We go to Vallaki and just sit around?
Grow old, die?
Give up? Unless this place gets a hell of a lot cooler really quickly, then I'm going to take my chances in helping everybody here from this dreadful place. Now, Binsley's
Julian, go make a persuasion
suffering.
check.
You guys are suffering. Hell, we rolled into town and everyone seems a bit more happier. Which one? Perception?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
I like how Cassie's just sitting in the corner and
Yeah,
just
like,
listening to all this.
What is going on?
Woohoo.
Oh.
Marcus looks at you, and he says, I'm not saying you have to give up or just die. Quite the opposite. I think that the quickest way to die would be to challenge the devil. I'll admit you are a welcome sight. This much life and energy has been gone from this place for a long time now. And he kind of looks around at all of you. And he says, I think you're right when you say that you don't need my protection. But I don't want to just sit idly by while you all march off to your deaths.
And help us.
Then join us, and you can escape this land as well.
He looks at you, kind of squinting his eyes at you, Leku, and he says, my father told me once about a great grand wizard who came to this realm. He led the people of Barovia and an army across its cities to the castle. The battle must have lasted for hours. He said he could hear it from miles away. this wizard could stop time. He could conjure lightning. He could make animals do what he wanted. He could do so much. And he had hundreds with him, all armed to the teeth. And every last one of them was killed.
But the artifacts.
Yeah, now you got 9 powerful wizards.
Wow.
We're all casters, yes, but I don't think we're that powerful.
Oh, well,
Julian.
thanks, Lecker. Thanks for the burst of support.
Yeah, wow, way to be
Let's
fucking
be honest
convincing.
here. One of us has a gun. One of us has an electric arm.
Yeah, one of us has lightning.
And a
Has
gun.
a sword, says Gale.
Has lightning.
I point up to Hans. I'm like, one of us can control animals.
Wait,
And all of us can save the people. And I gesture towards them too. I'm saying, I'd rather die and make a martyr of myself than just sit around in a town and wait for things to eat me.
Wasting away. Oh, it would be so boring.
I wasn't saying that, like, we couldn't do it. I was saying, like, sure, we're not as powerful as that wizard. But, again, if Strahd is really invincible while these things are active, then we need not be as powerful. We just need only acquire the relics. Or the artifact, whatever you want to call them.
Arena speaks up and says, what are the artifacts?
A weapon, a book, an amulet. I kind of hold out my holy symbol because I'm religious, I guess. It's like one of these, but it's like super
So-
awesome.
Nice character trait.
Like, a real holy symbol in this would be just like a Christian cross kind of thing. Whatever your holy symbol is for whatever kind of cleric Julian is in this.
There's a life one. What are the people in Norway usually pray to? They're usually Christian, I would assume. They're close to the others. And it's like one of these.
It's also,
that's, like,
you
super powerful.
could just be some kind of like
Just a holy boy.
so divided to life you can magically heal, or like a blossom lady kind of clear. Whatever you want your holy symbol to be, it can be up to interpretation. We can even talk about it later.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But,
I present it.
Yeah, like when magic became a thing, was God just like, what the hell? We'll give my priests
Whatever.
magic.
No, priests aren't magic, unfortunately.
Boo.
No, for most people in this world, as soon as the awakening happened, religion kind of went out the window. Only a lot of boomers kind of cling to
No
religion in
Wow.
this world.
Hey, no, Marcus, it's not like we're gonna go marching up to his castle right now. We'll research these relics and then see what they actually do. Then we'll make up our mind if we want to give up or not.
It'll be akin to a game of chess.
Yeah.
Sure.
You
Wanna
can
make
probably
that.
only hear like every third word from being out, like outside, and the doors being closed and that.
Elliot
Like,
seems to have taken
he-
no interest in the conversation whatsoever.
Thinking, what the fuck are they actually talking about?
A boot.
Just,
A boot.
just them having a grand old conversation. Don't judge me how I'm speaking when I'm sick. Fuck you.
Different
Oh, it's a
Those
boot
are
time for the
Canadian.
bag of milk.
Tobacco milk, yeah.
Fuck no.
We love you, Canadians. Don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave.
I get called Canadian.
We're dogging on you guys.
So, Marcus, if you know any of these places, like Amber Doors, Big Stone Dragon sitting around anywhere, Saint Marvoki,
I mean-
Markovia?
Saint
Wolves.
Markovia?
Yeah, that was one of the things mentioned.
It's a hospital.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
like the one we
blew up.
Like the one we blew up.
but not the one we blew
Bigger.
up? Okay.
It's a long abandoned clinic in Kirkland.
Kirkland.
Kirkland, that sounds like a neat name.
It's
Oh, near the
it's the
town.
city past Velaki.
Okay.
Perfect, we're already on the way there.
Also, I would like to note that if we're talking about divination and stuff, a great stone dragon could also be translated to a gargoyle, if you know any places with a lot of gargoyles. Lucky shrugs.
He says, I know that the castle has gargoyles.
So not that way. You know, a place with a lot of bones?
Boom.
Master of Marsh.
Irina says,
The Den of Wolves?
there was
the
a...
highest.
There used to be 4 towns
Four
in
towns?
Barovia. One was called Berez.
Oh, we shouldn't go there.
You definitely shouldn't, but it is kind of swampy there.
Ugh.
That could be a marshland.
Alright. When we get to the
And
Lucky, we
the
need to...
highest peak.
Do we know... Do you know anyone who would have a map in... Would they have a map there? Because that would... We need to figure out all these places.
Cassie actually chimes in and says, there'll be map makers in Vallaki. They got all sorts of stores.
Awesome. Thank you.
Marcus says, Oregon is mountainous. There are the Shasta Mountains to the south, and Mount Washington to the north.
That's said to where the battle with the wizard took place. We should go there anyway, just in case there's something.
There's also Mount Adams by Kirkland.
We'll go to all the mountains if we have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're stuck in this realm, we might as well. I'm not just gonna sit around and not sightsee.
True. But,
That arouses
Yeah.
some chuckles, Julian, as you say that.
Hmm?
Miriam says, while we're there, we should look for some kind of library, see if there's any sort of books about
Oh, hell yeah.
a prince or a tomb or amber doors.
The Tome of Strahd might have a lot of knowledge in this.
I say we probably, do mine somewhere later.
You guys should ask about the mother's tomb. Fuck that.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Mother's Tomb.
considering we saw Raven at the... This is out of character. Considering we saw Raven at, like, the burial and, like, graveyard, Raven, maybe the Mother's Tomb's back at the priest's place.
Oh, Lord. Don't even mention it, man. Don't
Fucking
even
is.
put that in. don't even premise that. Look, we know St. Markovia exists, so that's
Yeah,
that's,
Miriam
that's
chimes
one.
in and says-
That's one.
If we know where St. Markovi is, that might be our first stop.
Yeah. So we're already
Best
one step
option.
onto our journey. It's brilliant.
So we're doing the Broken first.
Well, we're just listing that we know where it is, rather than the others so far. If we find out in the town, then, you know, we'll see
That's
which one's
fair.
closest. So,
right.
how long till Vallaki, Cassie?
Cassie says, actually, we're not going to Vallaki. We're just dropping y'all off at the,
Oh yeah,
the gas
right.
station.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. That's true.
It should be like 5 minutes. It's pretty close.
Any health
Sweet.
potions in here? I look around at all the potions and tinctures.
Yeah, actually, we do.
They're about 50 gold, Julian.
I look at Cassie to confirm.
Cassie kind of winces, like pursing his lips, and he says, "Yeah, they get pretty pricey. I'm not supposed to technically make sales, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Rah.
They are $50 if you want one."
I've got 45.
How about 125 gold for 3?
Go ahead and Leku, do you have the persuasion skill?
I have not the persuasion skill.
Julian, you can either give Leku advantage on a persuasion check, or Julian can just make one.
Would you like advantage, Lecker?
I've got a +3. It's up to you, my
I have a
man.
+6, but advantage as always.
Yeah, advantage is like a
Advantage
extra
is better.
25% chance to the
Yeah, go ahead.
roll. Okay.
Hey.
That's why you get advantage.
You don't have a +3 to the roll. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, I was looking at perception. Never mind.
I have
Oh yeah, you got a plus nothing,
Yeah,
Leku.
you got a +0.
You scrape by in the skin of your teeth. Cassie says, "You know what? You guys seem all right. How about the 125 and the 45? And I give you 4."
Oh, I'm cool with that. You willing to spend all your money on some potions?
I've already got one lesser healing potion, so yeah, let's.
Oh yeah,
I'll put up
they
5.
what kind are they? We should probably know that.
They are lesser healing.
Okay, so the basic boys.
2d4 plus 2, yeah. Okay, well, here you go.
All right, he takes like the fuck ton of money of kind of gold coins here and there, then also just the dollar bills. Kind of neatly stacks them up, kind of tosses them in a satchel. Kind of squeezes past Marcus, kind of leaning over him to get at the bookcases, and then pulls out these bright red bottles full of liquid and hands them out to the two of you.
2 each.
I mean, you can keep one.
Okay.
Take one and then hand like the 2 along to Miriam and gesture to pass them out.
She kind of holds up the 2 to Dante and Alesia.
Oh, hell yeah. Stomp.
Then Miriam says, "To your leg," and she kind of hands one to Dante.
Just put that in the old inventory.
Alesia, do you take one?
Oh, Elysia will.
All right, put down a lesser healing potion.
So just how much would like gas be at this place? Do you think, Cassie?
Cassie opens his mouth, but then Marcus kind of interrupts and says, "I'll cover gas charges."
Okay.
And then Cassie just kind of looks at him and says, "Probably like $5 a gallon."
Oh, damn.
That's a pretty bad rate.
If you're a
Dante,
poor boy.
that's a really bad rate.
It's really fucking bad. USD. Fuck.
I doubt they get a large influx.
Gas is like 230 right now.
I don't think they have any oil farming
That's
facilities
really
around here.
Bad.
Yeah, Dante, you think the reason might be because
They have to get it imported.
kind of a limited resource.
Should have checked that car you walked into, Elysia. See if it had any.
That might be why you guys are in a horse-drawn cart right now.
Yeah, that make we need to get ourselves one of these.
And the ride goes on until eventually you guys can hear Pofo from out front go, "Oh, hold on." And the car kind of comes to a stop as the horses kind of whinny and start trotting in place.
Poke my head out the window.
I'm in darkness.
Oh,
And you see Cassie kind of steps back, throws open the doors as you guys all kind of hustle out into the street. And you can
there's
see kind of
lights.
off past the forest.
I need my lantern.
Yeah,
There we
get
go.
us our light fixtures.
Can't see.
All right, Dante's.
There.
and Julian.
I have light.
Marcus swings around to Elysia and says, "Do you still have that can?"
Elysia tries to fish it out with her taser hand before realizing what she's doing, and then pulls it out.
He kind of holds a hand out for it.
Fine.
He says,
Hand it over.
"If you want it, I can give it back." And he takes it, and he kind of makes his way forward. Arena comes up to you, Dante, and says, "Can you walk okay?"
Say no.
Kind of. Oh. No.
Make a deception check.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a god at deception.
Where's my little boy?
She says, "Gale, can you give me a hand?"
Boo!
And you see, Gale kind of gives you a look like, "Sorry, man." And basically, she kind of takes your arm and kind of throws it over her shoulders. And you see Gale kind of does the same, and all three of you kind of just like walk you through the street.
Oh,
The fuck was that?
it was a kill.
Banjo. How are
Attack.
you, Banjo?
You Pancho.
You can hear Cassie kind of call out behind you. "Well, it was interesting to ride with you guys.
Oh, we're walking back?
You stay safe out there."
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
he
they
hops
only
up.
agreed to drop us here.
That's fine.
And then the wagon just starts taking off, taking Julian's lantern with it.
I wave as they go.
It goes, it goes.
My little lights turning into hand shapes and waving as well.
Here, wait, I'm about to get your lights in here.
Better snatch them lights up.
About to snatch like a while, pull up.
Be gone. Goodbye. I miss him.
I miss him too. But kind of as the rain clears up, you can see through this fog into the forest. There's kind of this roadside little gas station that's got sort of this big cover over where you can see a couple vehicles kind of scattered around this big concrete little slab. You can see a couple little actual stations where there are little pumps with little meters on them. You can see there's a pile of dumpsters over on the right, and sort of there's a flashing open sign and a big logo that says "Darling Deers" with a bunch of little hearts around it.
Oh,
I can
And
see
we
it,
hear an
Lefty.
explosion in the distance.
that's the
Yeah, if
hop,
you scroll down
skip,
enough,
and-
you'll be able to see
There
the
it
sign
is.
glowing in the night.
By the way, nuts.
Fuck! Every time I fucking move, you fucking move on me.
Julian just starts fucking sprinting with Miriam in her hands.
For some reason, Elliot's trying to keep up.
Yeah.
He's running along.
Aliens hustling. You see
Hey.
Marcus kind of pulls out a wallet as he walks over to the pump, and he kind of turns to you all and he says,
money bags.
I'll fill this up out here."
Okay, we'll go in there. That place looks like it's cool. I trust the sign. Whose car is this?
I can already hear the classic old neon sign glow.
Oh yeah. Does it look like this car here has been like abandoned?
Are these actually like gas tanks?
Yeah. Go ahead and both of you make either investigation or perception checks.
E.
Would they garner
I
different
feel
results?
special.
Oh, percept. You can invest.
Nice
That's persuasion, Julie.
Oh, you're right. They're all sixes
gonna
and
persuade-
fives, and you know.
You're gonna persuade things to come into your vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The car is a transformer.
Transform.
You two can both kind of surmise that this car looks like it got here recently. You can see it's sort of been parked by one of the gas pumps. You can't tell if it's been filled or not. And like you kind of look down at the cans, and it looks like they came from the car. And it looks like these are empty cans that are... It's desire for them to be filled up here.
Okay. It's Strahd's car. We need to burn it.
Yeah, can I like press my face like close to the window, hoping the alarm's not on, to see if there's like the fuel gauge is up.
Like 1,000 bodies? No.
Oh yeah.
Well, you do know that if the car is off, then the fuel gauge will be at 0.
Oh yeah.
Silly Julian.
Can I get Alicia to jam her arm into the car and then turn it on from the outside?
Hack into the car.
Yeah, hack it.
Begin hack.
I'm in.
God, I can Adeptus Mechanus any car.
We should check if the owner of this car's in the place. If not, those are like totally our gas canisters.
Yeah. And the car's out.
All your
Yeah, and the
canisters belong to me now.
Julian, you can see it's a very, very simplistic sort of black car.
It works. Gets the job done.
Kind of looking in.
We'll just
You can see
fit
some kind of
everyone
like
in it.
golden necklace thing kind of hanging from the mirror on the inside. And you can see there is on the inside, there's sort of like a steering wheel cover of sort of like a finish line, like black and white checkered pattern.
Damn.
And you see the inside looks pretty bare, and you see there's like 3 cardboard boxes all lined up in the back seats. And like a lot of the felt covering on the inside is kind of ripped in places. It looks kind of run down. But the majority of you basically start to make your way towards the front of this place as you maneuver through.
Now I gotta ask,
Yeah,
on the
let's
outside
go.
of this place, any delicious candies?
Go make an investigation check with advantage because you're a lantern.
You know, you gotta get them, man. You gotta get them. Once you get 20, you get an achievement. Yo, is that pizza? Is that motherfucking pizza?
Pizza?
Yeah, so Julian, you start looking around, and as you get close to the dumpsters, you can see that the 2 big dumpsters both have padlocks on them.
Ooh.
Don't want those damn raccoons. Stealing my trash.
Yeah, you think, especially because it's this close in like forested area, it's probably like wildlife protection kind of stuff. You can see in the smaller trash can there are a couple of boxes for different foodstuffs. There's a bunch of pizza boxes all stacked up. They're not like ordered pizzas. They look like they've got like very generic like pizza logos on them. You think it's for actually making pizza at the diner.
Microwave pizza.
Yeah, almost pizza.
Almost.
Fast
not
food
quite.
pizza.
That's their actual like brand. Almost pizza.
But Julian, I need to know how thoroughly you look for these candies.
People think you're insane.
Just a surface glance. So I'm not digging into anything.
Make a perception check then.
Not a persuasion. Oh, 7.
Miriam kind of gives you like a weird look, looking between you all the way over here and everyone else kind of gathering at the front door, kind of getting ready to go in. But Julian, you see at the bottom of that trash can the faint glow of an invisible object being illuminated.
I'm tossing them boxes. I'm diving in. It's mine.
You can all hear trash cans being rattled as Julian just kind of gets in
We're
at the
just
top.
all looking over, just like, what?
It's raccoon
Miriam
time, baby.
gets a wide berth of Julian as you start tossing through these pizza boxes, ripping them to shreds.
In the end, it just turns out only Julian can see them.
I've gone insane, man.
Yeah, it turns out that at the end they're civilians and he's been killing them all.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
There was a person at the bottom of that trash can that he killed.
Snapped his neck.
And Julian, you see a tiny little peppermint down there at the bottom of that trash can.
In the
You snatched it
pocket.
up.
Bada bing. Alright, let's get the fuck inside this place.
Yeah, let's go.
Mouse.
Exactly.
Anyone want to like
Mouse
hang out
keys
here and
work.
make sure Marcus doesn't get fucking nicked?
Well, I'm interested in this van.
Gale volunteers to stay out with Marcus.
Alright, cool. Thank God.
So he zooms off.
What a zoomer.
If my mouse could work, I'd be interested. in doing things. There we go.
Alasia, as you walk up to this van, you see it's got the same logo as the sign along the side of the van.
Oh, it's their delivery van.
But written big underneath is deliveries.
Still the van.
You can see that the front does not have a passenger seat. You see it's just the driver's seat and then just nothing. And kind of looking in on the inside, you can see that past the front seat, there's one of those like netted things for like kind of what would be on like a police car, but looks a little bit less intense than that. You can see just kind of like this sort of like separator from the front to the back.
Guess they just really are always tempted to eat the pizza. Kind of fucking weird, but okay.
Can I try and pick the lock to the door?
Whoa.
Oh my.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I
Fly a pizza.
have proficiency in thieves' tools.
Well, that's not the same thing.
You don't have thieves' tools, those.
Yeah.
Where did you buy
I know
some
Gale
tools?
would.
Yeah, Gale does have thieves' tools. You would know.
Yeah, Gil.
Ask Gale first. He'll
No.
probably make some sarcastic comment.
He
about
sarcastically
it and
gives
give
them to you.
Nah, I'll just
He
go
gives
with the
you a-
rest then.
He gives you a squeaky duck toy instead.
All right, and you all head inside the diner.
Yeah.
I know.
Huh. Everyone but
Not
like then, I guess.
nerd.
I'm the light source for Gale and Marcus. Because I have two other light sources already. So.
You need a light source? Fucking pussy.
No, Marco's got a flashlight.
Yeah, Marco's
Oh,
got
okay.
a flashlight.
Then I'll come inside.
He says, "You can head inside. Don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay,
Help me.
forget about it.
Fuck it.
My favorite
But
food is
maybe-
wasabi.
But maybe don't forget too much.
And Marcus is gone.
You got avocado, you got peaches,
And he's gone.
you got wasabi.
And he's dead.
Leave
He's got a
him.
Gucci
Leave
bag,
him.
though.
He's perfect.
I'm touching him.
Careful,
Touch.
or you will make him angry.
Oh.
I'd like to see him try.
Oh,
Oh, a challenger appears.
I'll be back real quick.
alright.
Are you challenging me?
Oh no, it's not starting soon. It's
Fucking- It's in the Uwus line. Oh
It's
no.
the Uwu slide.
Oh, you're going.
Burn it on fire.
Yeah, no, it's his tongue. It's not bleeding. It's fine. Chat keeps disappearing. It's not meant to do that.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
No, I'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, Michael's dead.
Yeah, he's alright.
All right.
Oh shit, we're back.
So as you guys approach this place, you can see that the windows from the outside are very like dirty, and it's very hard to see inside the place as you kind of walk up. And it looks very drab and sort of like run down from the outside. You can hear like the of the neon signs from outside.
Oh, the noise.
But that is stark contrast to when you walk inside, and you all of a sudden hit with this blast of color as you walk in.
My eyes. Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
You can see this big, bright tile floor of white, black, and red
Oh,
across
God.
these big metal tables and stools. There's a jukebox
Hell
immediately
yeah.
next to the door you can hear music coming out of as you all walk in. Dante, Arena kind of helps you in as you all kind of just stumble in out of the outside. You can see an old man sitting down with a young boy at one of the tables. You can see they both got drinks in front of them. And you can see two waitresses up at the counter who kind of notice you all come in.